Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be looking at the second part of the update that's happened in the last 24 hours in terms of the forum post that did a little update on region transfers, but it also introduced a new feature which will be coming later this year. I'm going to read through the introduction and we're just going to break down what we can see. So first up it says, new feature, leagues. At its core, Road to Survival is a competitive PvP game. Players work incredibly hard to build out strong offensive and defensive teams with the ultimate goal of taking down other challengers for big rewards. But how do your accomplishments and performances compare against others in global Road to Survival community? Currently there is no system in the game that ranks and rewards players for their performance across all the various PvP activities and events. That is why later this year we'll be introducing an entirely new competitive ranking system that we're calling leagues. So we'll just go through each section one bit at a time. What are leagues? Leagues are a new cross-region ranking system that rewards players for their performance in PvP. There will be two types of leagues that players can participate in. Solo leagues tracks and ranks individual players. Faction leagues tracks and ranks factions. By participating in PvP tournaments, events and other day-to-day activities, players and factions will earn points known as trophies that will go towards their individual and faction league ranking. Trophies can be acquired through participation in the following PvP events: winning battles in raids, wars and territories, all-out war and cross-region war, raid tournaments solo and faction, survival road tournaments solo and faction. The better your team and the more you win battles and events, the more trophies you and your faction will earn. So we'll look at the first screenshot, and this is just the league info, and it gives details of how many trophies you'll get for various things. So it looks like if you just raid, you'll get 24 of these bronze and 10 of these gold trophies. I guess this is just an assumption. It looks like bronze are solo and gold are faction, and it does look like it's currently there's a multiplier for that type either that day or that week. Solo raid tournament, if you come first as a bonus, you're going to get 1,000 of these trophies, and that's why my assumption was that bronze are solo, because bronze is solo for this solo tournament. Gold over here, we also have 10 gold, 24 bronze. No multiplier for war. Oh yeah, there are. I'm not sure. The multiplier might be based on your league. I'm not 100% certain here, but we'll have to find out. Again, more rewards over on the right hand side, but they're not the same thing. It hasn't got the same trophies. It looks like a currency over this side. Okay, but again, like every screenshot has this, but basically these are just visual representations giving us a rough idea of what it's going to be like. It's going to look quite different probably upon release. So we'll go through the next bit, and it is leagues and divisions. In solo and faction leagues, you'll be competing against players and factions from all regions. For both league types, we are planning on 5 leagues with multiple divisions in each. Every week, you'll be competing for great prizes against a small group of players, factions who are in the same league division. For wars, raid tournaments and survival road tournaments, while you will continue to place on your leaderboard against others in your region, event trophies will be separately awarded based on your performance relative to the smaller group of players, factions who are in your same league division. Within the competitive pool, the players and factions at the end of the week with the most trophies will earn more prizes and potentially a promotion to a higher division. Those who reach the highest division of a given league have the opportunity to be promoted into a higher league. As you move up divisions and leagues, the prizes are even sweeter. So here's like an idea of what the sort of structure of the leagues are going to be like, and it looks like it goes rookie, and I guess it would be 3, 2, 1 first, and then if you get to rookie 1, you have a chance to get to expert 3. It could be the other way around. It could see 1 as the lowest and 3 as the highest. Most of the time 1 is the highest in these league structures, and it is at the top. So that's my theory. So you'll be like you'll progress like this, and there'll be different multipliers. Up here it says trophy multipliers. It could be based on your division as well. So you could have like a trophy multiplier of like 5, 3, 2, I don't know, 1.2. We saw a multiplier in there. That could be expert, and then 1 down here for rookie. Who knows? I'm not really sure the multipliers. It could be higher. It could be like 10, 7, 4, 3, 1. You know, who knows? So here we see like a visual representation of the stretch rewards, and I'm not sure how long a stretch is. It could be like a week, and you'll probably have tournaments you know, set up for that stretch. So it could be like a 2-weekly thing, because we have war every 2 weeks. So I have a war, raids, faction events, you know, this, that, and the other. So hopefully, I mean, I think the tournaments in recent months have been quite well scheduled. I mean, we have had a calendar, but we kind of can predict what's coming, because it's been the same sort of rotation every 2 weeks. So it looks like they're building up to what this league structure would be like for anyway. So we'll scroll down and do some more reading. And then we'll see this one. It says, seasons. Leagues will be broken up into seasons which will be multiple weeks long, with exclusive characters and badges as rewards. At the beginning of each season, players will start at the same league they finished the prior season in, and will have the opportunity to qualify for their starting division. As we get closer to release, we'll provide more details on the season structure, as well as how players will be able to compete for initial league level placement. If you remember when SR was first introduced, it was based on your world map progress. I don't think it's going to be anything like that, but it could be based on raids won. It could be based on other things that are recorded based on your PvP action. So that is something to note. If you want to maybe make sure you're in a certain division, you might want to try and get ahead of the curve, you know, get ahead of the game and just start raiding. It could potentially be based on that. No guarantees. I'm not really sure, but they will surely announce what it's based on. So we'll see the league info, and it shows your previous like rank within each division, and then it says you get promoted. It's promoted from 2 to in rookie 2 to expert 3 here, so you can potentially go up more than once. I guess it can be based on how many people are in division above. I don't know. This could be just the early section, although it does say season 32, so we'll have to see. The next part, league shops, rewards and currencies, something that I think a lot of people will be interested in. In addition to the recognition that comes with making it into the higher ranked league divisions, leagues will also give players a new way to acquire characters, gear and other items. With leagues will come 2 new currencies that players can use to buy items: league tokens and season tokens. Players will use these tokens in the new league and season shops. League tokens are used in the league shop, is where players will be able to purchase gear, weapon parts and mods using their league tokens. As you climb to higher leagues, the items available for purchase in the league shop get better. So if you're in a low league, it might be worth holding on to your league tokens initially until you get into a higher league, until you get actually stuff that you're seeing that is very worthwhile for yourself. Season tokens are used in the season shop, is where players can purchase unique and exclusive ascendable characters, rare 5-star characters and exclusive weapons using their season tokens. The season shop is available to all players regardless of league. So those are the 2 currencies we saw in here. So one of these is going to be season tokens, one of these is going to be league tokens. Probably the season tokens are going to be probably the lower one if you've got a chance of getting characters in there. So it has got a screenshot of the store, and it does look like the purple tokens are going to be for like the store, season store. Here's a 5-star character, which is Sawyer, which is, I guess, is one of the rarer characters. It's not going to show anything like proper unique at the moment, because I guess they want to keep it under wraps. But you can sort of see the breakdown in terms of a rookie league store, expert, veteran and master. It doesn't look like there's a hero league store at the moment. Whether they're going to add that, I'm not sure. The Hero League could just potentially give better rewards, but the highest store is still Master. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I think there's a little bit more. And it says, in addition to League and Season Token rewards, the leagues we're also introducing coin rewards. That's what we saw before, for competitive success. The higher you climb in the rankings, the higher amount of coins you will earn. Coins, season tokens and league tokens will be awarded at every league for players, assuming you participate in both solo and faction leagues, so everybody has a chance to earn great prizes over time. The summary, we'll have a little look at the summary. So to summarize leagues, you participate in PvP events to earn trophies, points that rank you in the solo and faction leagues, which award you a currency used to buy new characters, gear and other items. We're very excited to share this update on leagues with you and look forward to hearing your feedback. Keep in mind, this is only a high-level overview of what's to come in with leagues. As we get closer to launch, we'll be sharing more details with the community. So it did say later this year. Let's scroll up a little bit to the start just so we can get exactly on the timeline. When did it say? There we go. That is why later this year. So who knows what that means. That could be September. That could be November. I would assume it's around September, October, because that's when we seem to get quite a major update to the game. Last year we had Ascendance. So yeah, this will be quite a big update. And what's great about this update, on the face of it at least, it isn't adding anything in terms of extra things you've got to do. It's just adding an extra reward system for things you already do. So people who already are very active in raids, survival road tournaments, basically all the PvP side of the game, will get rewarded more for doing that now, which is awesome. People who aren't as active, maybe this is something to motivate you to become active, you know, to try and get some extra rewards. It looks like Gear's going to be in here, some unique 5 stars that are ascendables, some old school 5 stars that are kind of cool. You know, if you always wanted, you know, Sawyer here, maybe there's, I don't know, Rocket Abraham in there, which a lot of people do want. Some of the older school characters, which will be quite cool. I just hope that the League store is updated on a regular basis. That's my only hope, because we have seen supply depots and depots not really being looked after being released, and I'd say this will become a major point in the game. Like, this league system will be huge for the game in terms of people will always be looking to where their rank is. You can see on the forums there's a lot of egos in terms of, you know, who's the best faction. This is gonna tell people who's number one, you know, based on their performances in PvP tournaments and PvP events and everything. So they have to keep this updated. It might be worth, if they can, just having it on like a rolling basis, like the current store. It can have like a 2-month cooldown. So for 2 months it's going to be this set of like rewards, and then after 2 months it's completely reset, you know, or, you know, every month, who knows. I'm not saying that for the entire month you can get all of these rewards. Maybe it has a refresh system as well, I don't know, but just so that it's something different every month. Like, say there's a different 10 5 stars in there, a different maybe like 2 or 3 ascendable unique characters every 2 or 3 months. That way it's fresh, it doesn't get too stale, people look forward to something new, you know, basically. Oh, and it looks like, is that Sawyer becoming ascendable? I didn't actually see that. That's interesting. That is interesting. Potentially it could be an ascendable, who knows. Maybe it's just to promote the potential, you know, that there will be ascendables in here. But that's the end of this video, guys. Do tell me what you think. Basically a league structure which is going to be placed on top of what we already do. It doesn't look like it's going to require us to do any more PvP stuff. In terms of, if you don't want to do stuff, you don't have to. You're going to get prizes for whatever you do anyway. But if you already are very active, you're going to be rewarded for that with potentially coins, different division rewards in terms of the store. You're going to potentially have, you know, the master store could have T4 gear in it, basically, or the hero store, if there is going to be one, could have T4 gear in it. But yeah, do tell me what you think. And this is the end of this video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.